All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here finally getting this tournament underway. And unfortunately, you're saying that's not UGL, that's not Emperor D7X, and you're right. You're right. It's actually Tweety because you see, unfortunately for a lot of people like D7X, he can't seem to find his disc. And you know, that don't make no type of sense to me, but we here. And, oh, we got flash conversions, but no, we ain't even having that. He didn't believe in himself. Just going to straight up throw down mines, going to go to the zoning game. Now, as we all know, Flash has a lot of ways to get past these projectiles, but he's playing at the patient game, but there goes that Sonic Pound. We've got a meter burn back 3. Now, one thing that you're going to notice is once Flash gets in, you're going to see restands, shenanigans. We're in the corner trying to go for that overhead, but got to watch the toes, man. You can't just get down one out of your pressure. Here goes them running man cancels. Trying to bait something there. Gets a meter burn back 3. No conversion. Back to the neutral reset. Flash trying to patiently work his way in there, not trying to sit here and trying to low profile. But what? Oh, I don't really even know what that was, but we're gonna go with it. Down one in the throw. And right now, as we all know, Red Hood can keep a lot of characters out, but all it takes is like one touch and everything just goes downhill. Now, Tweety right now is just trying to somewhat chip him out, trying to get those headbutts. But there goes that drone, and somehow Soldier Alex's flash just edges it out. We on that magic pixel right now, and that goes a down 2. Does not spend the meter. We're reset right now, so it's all gravy and all good in the hood. There goes that Sonic Pound, but you got to watch out for that wake-up headbutt. Wake-up headbutt is probably one of the best wake-ups in the game. Now, as we all know, Red Hood has received a few nerfs, but look at that headbutt right there. Just coming in here, putting in all that work, getting a lot of mileage out. Meter burn roll. Thrown into the corner. Now, we're probably going to see more headbutt. Probably going to see a jumping gunshot. Or he's just going to keep him out with mine. But we're just seeing people just throw special moves. Like, they're just swinging at this point. Sonic Pound, meter burn forward 3, back 3 into the transition. Now that won't be enough to kill. As we all know, Tweety still has Clash, but wake up headbutt, projectile, and whiffs the down 1, gets punished for his actions, gets hit with a throw, and that's one of the things you hate to see happen. You try to sit here and you're trying to space out things correctly, and things just don't go right. But it was a pretty decent scramble. I'll give it that. It was a pretty decent scramble. But Alec is going to take the first game. Now, one thing I will say is I've never seen Tweety play Red Hood. I don't know if that's a dusty Red Hood. I don't know if that's a real Red Hood or not. But it seems like this man just wanted to do meter burn headbutt all day, every day. Like he wakes up with the headbutt. He goes to sleep with the headbutt. He's coming at you with the headbutt. But it looks like we're going to have enough of that. And going right back to a character that I know he plays, rocking a pretty dope shader, if I do say so myself, with this Superman. Now, this Superman, I know a lot of people say he's potato, and you just 4-2-3 your way to victory, but if anybody that's seasoned, they know that's not the case. Here we go. He tried to go for 4-2-3, but he just walks right into the fisticuffs of young Flash. Now, Flash, you can't be whiffing normals out there. You got a 4-2 that's coming for your face. If it ain't safe, don't do it. Back 3. We're already in the corner. Tries to use the interactable to get out, but Tweety's not having that. Misses the anti-air opportunity. Just a little short. Soldier Alex, sometimes he gets these hits, but he doesn't believe it's going to hit, so he doesn't spend the meter. He doesn't hit confirm. And then it just leads to this downhill center of the corner going coast to coast. But Flash has got some barrels to work with, and as you all know, the master's speed can always come back fast, but not if you eat them 2 standing 3s in the breath. Look at that, 411 damage, and we are just getting started. Traits up. There will be no meter burn back 3 or forward 3. That trait's going to pop all armor. Just like that with punish with that forward 2. As we all know, it's a devastating normal. Thought he was going to go for 2 forward 3s, but Tweety decides he's going to try to go ahead and get some swag combos, giving your boy Soldier Alec the opportunity to clash. Probably going to try to close the ground with the interactable. Doesn't get anti-aired, but lightning kicks. Lightning kick relatively safe in most situations. Oh, wow. Uses Sonic Pound to somehow preemptively evade the interactable. But right now, things are looking pretty grim. And that meter burn laser is all she wrote for game number 2 on Joker's Playground. And like I said, Superman, you can sit here and you can say he's potato, you can say he's this and that, you can say that his gameplay isn't crisp, but let's face it, folks, when you got two characters like Flash with all the shenanigans in the world and the solid neutral of a character like Superman who's well-rounded, you never know what you're going to be getting when you be watching these games. Now, one adjustment that I'm going to want to see here from Soldier Alec is pull the trigger. I understand you don't want to go gung-ho, you don't want to just commit and overcommit the resources and put yourself in a bad meter deficit, but we're at a point now where, you know, you've been getting some hits, but you just didn't believe. And when you believe, you can achieve, just like you believed in that you were going to be going right through that. But right there, he could have pulled the trigger. Could have pulled the trigger again. He didn't have a bar meter. But now he's got bar, so he's going to be scary. He's going to have to really believe in himself. Low profiles the jump back. But here we go. Back three. Already back in the corner. There goes that forward three. Gets opened up by the overhead. Another forward three, and this won't be enough to close out. Meter burn on the laser. All them delicious, ugly plus frames having you cornered. Things are not what you want to see, especially when you get opened up by forward 2-3, forward 2-3, 3. Big boy damage. We're talking like 400 damage, 430. Forward 2 trait in the throw. The mix-up that no one ever sees coming baits the wake up. And right now, we're already in chip, and there goes that frisbee. My man's got a frisbee, boy. Man's not hot. Man's can never be hot. And Tweety goes up 2-1. Now, I don't know if there's a specific stage that Soldier Alec would hope to get in random selects. I don't know if there's a stage where he feels as though he's going to be able to really pull out all the stops. Maybe Atlantis going all crazy, zip-zop, zoobity-bop, like he's just sitting here just getting mollied by Bill Cosby. We don't know. Anybody who's been on that stage knows that characters that can flip-flop all over the balls that are jangling in the air in the Atlantis stage knows it is some crazy shenanigans out there. More acrobats than Dick Grayson, but here we go. Going into game 4, what do we got? That first hit is really pivotal because right here he's got it. But, wow. Delayed wake up, allowing himself to be right in position to catch that gap into the forward 2-3. But here we go. Goes for the overhead. Right now, people just taking big swings and all blocks. Breath with punish. Oh, he just goes straight for the forward 2, knowing that the forward 2-3 might not be able to connect at that distance in terms of forward 2-3 converting into breath. But there goes that interactable. Spend a little bit of meter, making sure it's got armor, but that is not going to matter. You push the wrong button in front of this character's face, you're going to get mopped up every time. It's 10 out of 10. Here we go. Another forward 2-3 conversion into the corner. What do we got for breakfast? We got that straight up grab. We got that tick throw pressure. We got that mind game into the low string. Back 3, and this is getting critical right now. This is going to be time where if Soldier Alex has got the mix, now would be the time. He air techs out. Now, honestly, I would have just straight up went for Clash. And the reason why I say that is because if you go for Clash, you at least give yourself the opportunity to commit to resources, but get some health back, you know, in order to get some space. But right now, it seems like, what do I know? Because he's just trying to get in there, trying to get that last little bit. But there goes meter burn forward 2-3. No health to give, and this chip is going to do it. Tweety is going to take it 3-1. Your boy Superman coming out here cranking it all over the foals out there. So shout outs to Tweety, man. What other matches we got on deck? Dark King. What other matches we got on deck?
Yeah, we got Fierce and Deoxys. We can try. Well, no.
Are they already playing or
no? Looks like that just became a thing. If they're
one?
not here, Fierce and Deoxys.
All right, Fierce and Deoxys. All right, we can do that.
Darth Bane and Alexander, are you guys still playing?
Well, he said Darth Bane didn't accept his invite. That I did see. Yo, this man is revving up that Harley right now.
But they're both here, so.
So we got a Harley Quinn, and we're going to have a hidden select. So, I don't know. It's probably going to be Blue Beetle, if I had to guess, but I've been wrong before. And I've been wrong again. So here we go. We're working in with that forward 2. Aquaman just coming in there with that straight up low. Gotta watch your tootsies. Harley Quinn. I mean, I'm just saying. If you want to have feet in this country, you know, you gotta earn it. You gotta walk in another man's shoes sometimes. But there goes that low cake. Going into the air gunshots. Meter burn gunshot. Trying to bait something there. Catching it with a back 3. Would have been nice, but that is not the case. But here come those hyenas. But, yo, the gimmick. Going in, just going into... Got some trades mid-screen. Now, for those of you who don't remember, your boy Aquaman, he used to be able to pull off some juicy stuff every time that man got a tentacle strike. But now, he's just coming in there with the hot mops, just going in there for a little bit of strings into some chip action. But there goes that meter burn back 3, with punishing that back 3 attempt from Aquaman, dashing in. Oh, but there he goes with that low profiling of that second meter burn shot. More hyena action. Fierce is definitely trying to close the gap. Catches him, back 3, but that trade's not going to matter because you are already airborne, my good sir. So we're pretty much close. We're on the equalizer right now. Here we go, instant air gunshot. There goes the TV. More hyena action. Closing the gap. Second hyena gets that anti-air. But here we go with that meter burn roll. And it looks like Fierce, he really didn't want a piece of that. He was like, you know what? Trident Rush is all good, fam, but I'm not going to be the one holding that L. So we're right here with the equalizer. Now, Fierce, what he's going to want to do right now is he's going to get in there with them air shots, and he just needs one back 2, anything in the cartwheel, tantrum stance, whatever he's want to do. He's just got to get one touch, because as we all know, we talking about big boy damage, but remember, Deoxys still has Clash. But he can't get too impatient because Tentacle Strike will just snuff him right out at just about anything he wants to do outside of real close. And Trident Rush is definitely going to be, well, as you see, very effective. It's a move that does a ton of chip. Not as much chip as it used to. It's good for meter build. It's got a lot of good utility in there. And push blocking is not necessarily the easiest thing to do in this game with 100% consistency, because as you all know, pressing forward in the middle of rapidly hitting strings can be very, very dangerous. But Deoxys takes that 1-0 lead. Hidden select is the tech. But here we go. We got that Atrocitus. As you know, Dexstar is out there, got that utility as well. Got that shield, making things that are relatively unsafe, a little bit safer, sometimes making it just completely safe. But here we go with that puddle. Back 3. What's going to be the mix? Gets that down 1 into punch walk, or punch float in this case. Now, as we all know, that thing can anti-air. That little breath can easily snipe somebody's kneecaps out of the sky, but that was not the case right there. Goes for the puddle, but here comes that back 1. No full combos today. There goes that Trident Rush. Good backdash. Here comes that back 3. Now, as of right now, we're probably going to see Dexstar come out. Yep. Which is going to allow him to challenge more often than usual. Able to get some chip of his own. Some save pressure. Look at that damage add up. Goes for the forward 3. Not only giving him some space. And, like, I don't know if he was trying to fish for something right there. It's like both players, they don't want to move. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to be the first to make a mistake. But Deoxys has that life lead. Slowly trying to walk Fierce down into the corner. Jumps right over that attempt to get him in the neutral. There goes that breath. Low profile with the down 1. But here we go with the down 2. Easy confirm. Nope, Dexstar's back in play. Good air-to-air. I should say anti-air. Good shield use. Gets him on the ground in the corner. Now watch out. He's got them barrels. Donkey Kong could be a huge factor here, but we're going to air tech out. Good punish on the anti-air attempt. Gets that overhead, but we're going to see that clash. Unfortunately, Deoxys has 2 bars of meter. Excuse me. Wow, I done got my names mixed up. I'm all crisscrossed. My bad, folks. Oh, there you go with that overhead. There goes that back three. And we're going to see a clash coming out of Deoxys' corner now.
It cannot trump rage.
Yeah, he's tried to go for that breath, I think, a little bit one too many times because it's getting down one in the Trident Rush just about every time at this point. But there we go. Dexstar showing that worth, that utility, coming in for that chip. But good push block. Oh, tries to roll in with that shield, but actually catches him with the double overhead. Goes for the double overhead again. Good blocks, good push block in return. But there goes that punish, catching that backdash, and that back three is able to clip Aquaman just a bit on the backside. Tying this up 1-1. All right, when at first you do not succeed, you fight cats with cats of your own. As you see, he's trying to say, you know what, Dexstar, I understand that you're a cat, but Top Cat's coming back, TC, Catwoman. So let's see what Deoxys has in her bag of tricks right here. We're going to see low whip. Oh, no, we're just going to go straight off with back two in the whip. Tries to catch him with that down one, but good anti-air coming out of the Fierce camp. There goes that breath. Full combo. Now that restand was pretty good, able to break all the armor, catching him in the lasting frames of that back three. Ooh, good punish on that back three. Good whiff punish. But here we go. As we all know, Catwoman has some pretty monotonous damage of her own. Look at that. 440 damage. Ooh. Here comes more Dexstar. Baits the fact that like he was going to dash, kind of feints it, just hits him with puddle instead. Oh, good backdash. Full combo punish, and this might be enough to take the entire round. Will it be? Nope, just shy. Wow. Down two, absolutely disrespected by, I believe, jump in one of Catwoman. Here we go, jump in one. Good push block getting out of the corner. Good anti-air. Allows him to set up Dexstar and get the chip. However, at the end of a round, as you all know, Dexstar retreats. Even though it only was a little bit of utility. Gone already. But get air tech out. Both characters with no meter. Wow, he stands back up into it. Tried to go for a punish, but actually doesn't get it. Gets anti-aired yet again. Here comes Dexstar on that cat-on-cat action. Attempting to chase that backdash. Gets it with that low puddle. Unclashable damage. Ooh, catches him with the down one in the spit. And right now, we can just focus on Chip. But look out. Cat dash. Wow, the combo actually drops. And he's going to allow Deoxys to have a chance to clash here. Which is relatively surprising. Oh, here we go. You already know how this can go with Catwoman. Just when you think it's all on your side, a couple of well-timed back threes. But we're in chip mode right now. I don't really think there's gonna be too much to really circumvent that issue.
Atrocitus wins.
Seems like Deoxys is not a fan favorite in the chat. All right, so we're actually going to see Blue Beetle. You know, at first I had doubts. I didn't really think this was going to be a matchup that I was actually going to see, but it seems as though he's done playing with the fisticuffs and the counter picks, and he's ready to go. All right, as you see, he's just coming in right now. He's trying to get them floats, gets the overhead into the low. Try to get in there with that jump too, but here we go. Keeping Atrocitus out, but he's got to remain relatively honest because that low puddle and Dexstar can definitely do something just like that. Unfortunately, he's trying to commit, but like he's not getting much out of Dexstar, and as soon as I say that, of course, he gets a little bit combo, but spit drops, but he gets that trade combo right there. Gets that meter burn forward 3 using that armor. Here we go into the corner. About even on life, but Blue Beetle has a tremendous meter lead, and here's that meter advantage being able to show itself in full, beautiful HD. Here comes that overhead off the jump tool. And Deoxys is going in. He's not playing any games, going for that overhead. Pursues the air tech with the projectile. Dexstar trading, trying to protect his master's life with everything he's got. But there goes that anti-air. And this should be enough to be the equalizer, but actually no, due to gravity, it was not enough. Oh, but there's the sweep. There's that overhead. We're probably gonna see. Yep, he pursues the air tech. Here comes Dexstar, but there's a huge life deficit that Fierce is gonna have to overcome here. Allowing himself to be protected on puddle with using a Dexstar. But right now, he doesn't want to take any of the chip. And there's a huge meter advantage, so even a clash would not go in the favor of Fierce. And just like that, overhead, double overhead, unclashable damage. And just like that, it's tied up 2-2. Now, I don't know how Harley fares in the zoning war, so we might see Fierce actually jump back to playing into Harley, since, as we all know, this is Game 5. There's no counter picking to really be done here, and that is exactly what is going to happen. So, I'm not sure who wins this zoning war, but I do know that when both characters really are just sick of the opponent, they can run in there, get that nice meterless damage. They can go in there and just completely swag out on their opponent, so it should be an interesting match. So let's see what we got. Oh, there we go, getting that jump in, using that float to delay his trajectory. But here we go. Oh, he's actually opting to get a little bit more reach. He's got the Scarab Claws out, but there's that air-to-air. Hyena, once again, paying dividends. It seems like all the assists are coming out of Fierce's camp are really paying really good dividends. But he baits the down 2 with a float, putting Fierce back in the corner. But there goes that cryogenic freeze, man. You can never underestimate the corner interactables in this game. Is able to get himself out of the corner and playing a little bit of that switch game with the crane in the background. Tries to go for a little bit of a setup there with the overhead, trying to bait something, but here we go with that meter burn. Try to bait something else with float, and that is deceptive. You would think that down 2 would have been able to clip the boots, but unfortunately, not so. Goes for the double overhead, and yeah, Fierce has got a clash. He doesn't want to get too big a life deficit here. He doesn't want to find himself in too big of a hole, because as you all know, your boy Blue Beetle, he has snowball ability. He can definitely bring the house down when he needs to. But he's trying to keep him out with them overhead cupcakes. Trying to keep him relatively honest. Oh, there he goes. Pulls the trigger. That's going to do it. We got the equalizer here. All right, meter burn cupcakes in play. There goes the Hyena. Floats over, tries to get the cross up. Now that low would have hit, but he was just out of range. All right, we're in the corner. Here's that swag I was talking about. Overhead, overhead, overhead. All the overheads into down 1 tantrum stats. And just like that, the tables have been turned. Deoxys is now the one who's feeling the heat, feeling the pressure, and is on his heels. And it seems like them hyenas are chomping at him, but he's flying. He's trying to rack up those frequent flyer miles. He's getting in there, pushing Harley into the corner. Harley out here sending out drones, sending out that Amazon Surge Squad. Goes for the overhead into the low. Doesn't work out. Oh, here we go. Overhead into another overhead. No clash on the table, so all this damage is going to count. There's another drone, but it just says, see you later. I don't even want to mess with the Scarab. Does not help him out at all. Blue Beetle has a bar and meter, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Here comes the setup. Cupcakes goes right underneath both of them. But down 1 tantrum stance, down 2. If he spends a bar and meter, which he doesn't, he's not gonna have enough to extend. Goes for the cross up, but gets down 2. Gets anti-aired for his troubles. Fierce is able to take it with his Harley. Like I said, I told you I had no idea how that one was gonna play out. But I'm glad it played out the way it did, because that was damn sure entertaining. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got back Kirby going one-on-one with ADM Fierce, and as we all seen, Fierce has played a relatively fair amount of characters. He's shown he's got some atrocities, but he's going into Black Lightning. Like I guess he's not playing around. I guess he wants to show us that the teleports are real. He's gonna show us what the real Gucci Man mains look like in here. But that being said, we're actually gonna see Atrocitus. All right. So Bat Kirby coming out here with that Atrocitus. We're going to see some more Deck Star shenanigans, but as we all saw, ADM Fierce, as someone who actually has a pocket Deck Star Atrocitus himself, he should be pretty much in tune with a lot of the things that are going to be tried on the offensive side by Kirby. But here we go. Just going to backdash into some trait. Gets the first hit off that teleport, but here we go into the corner. Deck Star threatening, but just goes right underneath the projectile with the torpedo. Alright, it seems like Black Lightning is okay playing the lame game. Getting that EX projectile. Ready to sit over here, put him in the corner. Gets the overhead. A little bit of down one action. Get that meter burn shocker into the corner. Ooh, just low profiles the wake up attempt with a down one. Good punish. And just like that, Fierce is putting on a little bit of a clinic, a little bit of a show here. What will Kirby be able to do to rebound? Tries to go for the stagger, but ends out on a trade. But there goes that unblockable interactable. Now, keep in mind, your boy is sitting on a full stick of butter. This man's got trade out. He's got double overheads, but there's a push block. But he gets opened up by that down one yet again. There we go. Meter burn puddle into another puddle, bringing him a little bit closer. Oh, could have had a punish on Torpedo, but instead is going to put himself in a compromisable position.
Color me unimpressed.
But here we go. He spends 2 bars a meter, get a little bit of health back. That 25%, quarter life, but gets opened up by the low. Now, didn't have any sort of meter up there, so there was nothing that Fierce could have done to play off of that. But here we go. Going into that pressure. Blocks the low, gets that punish. Down one shocker seems to be the thing to go to. And he knew that he fell for that before. Had to do something, committed to air punch walk, making sure that he could float over the projectile. But there goes that shield. Good push block. But no full conversion. Too far away from that first puddle. But here we go, into the corner yet again. But we got full stick of butter. Well, we had a full stick of butter, but that is out. But it does not look like that is going to matter. Catches the air tech on the way down landing frames. And just like that, Fierce goes up 1-0. Showing that Gucci Mane came to play. Got that electric soul fist in live and living color. Not too many people see or are accustomed to seeing Black Lightning, Raiden at all. Some people forget that Black Lightning is even a skin. But here we go. We're going to see if Bat Kirby is going to switch it up. Is he going to try to get into a different character? And oh, he's just going to stick with Atrocitus. I respect that. You know, sometimes it's better to stick with a character that you know what you're doing with, even if it's not really necessarily a matchup that you know, rather than trying to jump around the character board and getting stuck in a situation where you get counterpicked later on in unfamiliar waters. But here we go. Going into game 2. Ooh, gets that nice sneaky little jump in. But here we go. Punch walk. Now there is an interactable right there. It is unblockable. Who's going to get to it first? And Atrocitus opts to just pass it up and eats a frisbee for his troubles. Now we're probably going to see teleport. Yep. Fierce is just going to the well with that teleport. He's just expecting that he is not going to be able to react to it. But here we go. Big chunks of health coming out. Now I think this is the okay, I was about to say this is the longest I've ever seen those gargoyles just sitting there and not being thrown at somebody. Nope, here's a nice conversion, but he drops it, but he is next to the interactable. And there it is, catching them forward dashes. Wow, just gets anti-wake up with that down too. It's a straight mollywop. Here we go, meter burn lightning. Tries to go for some cross-up shenanigans. Oh, meter burn teleport, but gets opened up. Here we go, full combo conversion. Now this could be enough to take the round, but he drops the combo And we are on that magic pixel right now. If Atrocitus gets opened up, he is going to really be kicking himself. Don't worry, he can put out that shield, keep himself relatively safe. But, yo, the lasting frames on that puddle is going to make sure that we don't have to worry about that. But here we go. Now, keep in mind, uses the actual lasting frames of that attack being out there in order to, like, shield himself from any shenanigans on that teleport, or, excuse me, torpedo.
Color me unimpressed.
But full stick of butters. Opts to spend 3 bars, getting a third of that life bar back, and ooh, good whiff punish.
Lightning's about to strike. I live to burn.
Now I understand he says he lives to burn, but you burning a lot of meter there, and just like that, you get caught summoning Dexstar. But Dexstar is in play. Completely different character once this is out. As you see, being able to snipe out of the air, using that shield in order to have some plus frames, being able to soak up a little bit of damage, not worrying about the first projectile coming your way. Lots of utility there. But here we go. Oh, wow. He held on to the trigger a little bit long. I guess he thought it was going to whiff right in front of his face. But here we go, catching that backdash on Wake Up. But good air tech out, avoiding the back 3. Now keep in mind, neither player has Clash, but that may not matter on this next hit anyway. Here we go. Dexstar's out of play. Able to come in there, in the corner. Gets the whiff punish, allowing that overhead to go right, or excuse me, that high to go sailing right over his head. Evading it completely, not even worrying about the small stuff. Don't even sweat it. Gucci Man mixtape coming soon. Yeah, you might. Oh, he's going Superman, or is he going? He's going to stay Atrocitus. If he sticks Atrocitus, I think he's going to want to try a little bit more delayed Wake Up. Maybe adjusting his setups a little bit to account for a teleport, or when he sees the teleport coming, don't be afraid to just say, I'm gonna throw it down 1. I'm gonna challenge this. You ain't just gonna get out a button for free. If you're feeling really ballsy and you re-teleport, you can always hit him with the jump back. You can hit him with the wild style. But here we go. We got projectile cancels. Here come them overheads. Oh, tries to go for the cheeky stuff off the shield, but doesn't quite get it. Gets another opportunity at it. Going with the easier combo off that meter burn puddle. Tries to get the down 2, but we whiff in. But there goes that meter burn teleport, allowing him to get the corner position. But here comes a roller coaster. Now, as you can see right now, Fierce is trying to close the and just max distance on that string. Could have had a punish right there. Opts try to dash to get a full combo, but does not make it in time. But I don't know what that was. Like he's trying to go for a 4-3, but he's going to need a full combo for his punish. But he drops it! Inopportune drops. You cannot have drops like that at these crucial moments when you're able to close out a health bar, round, or however you see it. But he's going to be able to pick it up, spending a little bit more resources than he had to, but a confirmed kill is better than 1 left on the table. Gets the overhead. Here we go. Now, honestly, given the fact that you had such a huge life advantage, if I was the Atrocitus, I'd have went for double 4-3. I would have just kept it unclashable, maybe went for down 1 breath in the throw, or down 1 in the throw, doing a little extracurricular act there. But here we go. Blocks that meter burn teleport, but gets opened up by the low, but no full conversion. Here comes that throw. Very swaggy throw animation, by the way. All right, Dexstar is out, so Black Lightning is going to have to be a little bit more careful, a little less cavalier with his projectiles. But there he goes, not watching his feet. Flying right over that projectile, but right now Dexstar is out of play, so if Fierce wants to EX teleport in, you might see it sooner than you think. Regular teleport, I guess he was trying to bait something there, but gets hit. Clash is out of play. Bat Kirby has a nice little life lead. He's got his trade out, but as you all know, that's not going to last very long because Dexstar is about to be out of here. But there goes that barrel. It's Donkey Kong. Now, Raptor still has Clash. Here we go. Down 2. Tries to go into some funky trait cancels. But here comes that Clash. Now, keep in mind, Bat Kirby has 2 bars of meter on his own. So he's able to get that health back. Here comes a throw. Anything will do it chip-wise. And I think Fierce is onto that. And I think he really just wants to end the combo and bait the wake up. I know he really wants him to go flying over him just like that, but he did not pull down 2. If he had pulled down 2, the game would have been over right there. Oh, but here we go. Here comes the throw. Back Kirby, not like this. There goes the meter burn. There you go. You got meter. Use it. You got 3 bars. Use it. Back Kirby getting on the board. When in doubt, meter burn it out. But here we go. Going into game 4. I don't think he's going to switch off. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I guess he's done playing with Black Lightning. He's done with the Gucci Man route. He's going back to his main stage bang. He's going back to Harley Quinn. Now, when it comes to this matchup, it's very interesting. Because as we all know, Harley Quinn has all the space control in the world with her hyenas, air gunshots, and snare gunshots, cupcakes, and as you all know, Atrocitus has a gigantic hitbox. So we're going to see if Back Kirby's going to be on his toes, or if he just doesn't care about that, but gotta watch them toes, man. You gotta watch them. Because here we go with the hyenas. Getting the... Oh, my God. So he just put the dog and then put the snack on it. He just put... Oh, just completely whiffing that. And right now, I think Atrocitus might want to just slow it down. He's getting opened up by overhead into overhead. Down 1. He's really got to find himself. This is gut check time. Right now, there goes those instant air projectiles, those big hitboxes not being able to get out of the way. Goes for the cross up, but good block. But unfortunately, he's just being overwhelmed. Does it again. He did it twice. Stood up, didn't go for a combo. Avoided the down 1 with a neutral jump punch. Right now, if it could go wrong for Kirby, it's going wrong. King DDD has never been able to stop Kirby like this. And right now, you're seeing Harley Quinn pull out the blueprint. But here we go. No clash. Almost less than a gunshot's worth of HP. He's going to have to play legitimately a perfect game, but we are not going to see that. Fierce pushed the fuck it button and literally just pulled out every piece of that Harley Quinn kit, utilizing it to perfection, taking it 3-1 over Kirby. We are ready to get into the next round. This is the first game of top 8, you said, and it looks like we're going to get Tweety rocking that red hood yet again. But we got another hooded villain on the other side of the screen. He's rocking that Scarecrow. He's got the Fear Gas. He's got the Fear Toxin. He's ready to see if he can immobilize all of the acrobatics of a former Robin with that Fear Toxin. Let's see what he's got. See if he can shake things up. Here comes that headbutt. Just throwing out interactables, teleports, getting around that projectile. But here comes that throw. Now, one thing that we got to say is a lot of people really are underestimating the buffs that your boy Scarecrow got. I mean, buffing his teleport, some people say it's negligible, but as we all know, if you play your cards right, any buff can become monumental. And good backdash right there, but good down 2, stopping that forward advancing string right in its tracks. Making sure that your boy Eddie, he's going to have to come with some high caliber footsies. But just like that, knew that finishing the string would be too slow. He just goes out here and cashes out the meter. Gets the double hit, breaks that armor, goes for the plush frames, down 1s. Ooh, but gets a back 3 of his own. Tweety out here returning serve. All right, trying to build that meter. Slowly closing the gap, but you got to be a little bit more careful. You can't be too impatient. Otherwise, you're just going to run in there and get chipped out. Man, the long range of that string, man, just that ending overhead, it's paid dividends a couple of times in this match. But Tweety puts himself in the corner. Not sure how much that's going to matter with that wake up, but good conversion. Game's looking relatively even, but there goes some mines. Now, I don't know if Tweety's ever going to start going for more air shots, but just like that, he gets air-to-air for his troubles. That air-to-air chain is definitely taking a large piece of real estate up there, making it an almost relatively no-fly zone. But, yo, he's just going for the chip now. He knows he's got a bar meter. He's just throwing it out there. EX headbutt all day, every day. Easy chip. What can you do about it? At some point, that move just becomes a straight-up win condition for Red Hood players. Once they know that they can get away with it, once they see blood in the water, once they know it's ready to chip out, they just wait for the moment. Then when in doubt, mash it the fuck out, and there you go. Noble Tweety up 1-0. But Metals, he's decided he's just going to run it back. He's going to keep it with his main, but he's changing the skin. Looking a little bit more alien hominid out here. Looking a little bit more like a demon out of Doom, but it's all good. Eddie's probably going to try to, slow down the pace of the match. Instead of trying to always advancing normal in, probably try to slowly walk his way down one into tick throws like that. There we go, get a little bit of trade activation. Slapping them projectiles out of here. There you go, the slow and methodical approach. I like it. But good neutral jump over the wake up. Good down two. Making sure that there is no free rides in the house of the Scarecrow. Just walks up, throws. Oh, knew the wake up was coming, but did not expect the turnabout. There goes the mine into a full combo conversion. 240 damage, not too shabby. Good anti-air. Knowing that he was going to jump the mine, catching him with the up batarang. Oh, there we go. Oh, catches the... That was a weird hitbox. The chain just completely whiffed, and I'm not sure visually it whiffed, but here we go. Catches the wake up. Oh, but just like that, blood in the water. Are we going to see another one? And just not enough to chip, but I'm telling you, if this was old patch, pre-patch, that'd kill. There's no doubt in my mind that man would have killed. But he gets another shot at it. There goes some tires, burning rubber. Another tire. He's not worried. Now, as you see, Eddie has a little bit of a life lead, so it might be in his best interest to, play at a little bit more slower pace. Doesn't have to make any sort of big, heavy commits unless he knows it's going to get optimal damage. But here we go. Eddie spending a bar, getting 15% back. Tweety electing to keep a bar just to make sure that he has just enough to get hit in the face by a giant metal chain and then sent on an all-expense paid vacation into the subway. So here we go. Throwing some lights, making sure Red Hood has nothing to flip off of later. And he's building meter because he already knows that he's got a meter deficit that he's got to somewhat circumvent. He doesn't want to just sit here and let Tweety have all the meter. Here he goes, slowly walking his way in because opened up by that low. Now, Tweety still has Clash, so he has to be very careful on what he's going to try to hit him with because he's at a meter deficit, and the last thing you want is Tweety to be able to have 2 bars, gain 25% of his life back, and still have meter to play with. Now, you see he's trying to time that to hit the projectile, so the projectile goes away and he can build meter. Only problem is when you guess wrong, not only are you giving Tweety meter, you're also losing that precious life lead that you had, and if you already know you knew what the deal was. Soon as he was at that level of health, the win condition was back in play. The win condition was right back on the plate. Throw out the mine, make sure they're too afraid to move, then hit him with the chip. But all right, we're going to see if Eddie Metal can go over here and make some adjustments, see if he can come up with some adjustments at the 11th hour, see if he can find some fine tweak his defenses. Make sure he doesn't put him outside of Easy Street. He's still rocking that Scarecrow. He's not going to shift from what brought him to the dance. However, he does seem to have a different shader for every location. And since this is a tournament match, why not bust out the tournament shader? Why not? Go ahead and stretch yourself. Although Scarecrow is looking like 10 times more fabulous and over budget than he usually does. But we're going to look the other way on that. Here we go. Blocks that mine. Sat there the entire duration, like he wasn't even going to move. But here we go. Both still looking for that first hit. Now keep in mind, your boy Tweety almost has a bar in and of itself, but here we go. Plus frames, down 1, but here comes that back 3, putting an end to all of that pressure. Low mine. Air gunshots. Oh, just goes right under the dead zone, making sure that he's not going to be clipped by that at all. But unfortunately, does not seem to be able to get anything out of it. Oh, goes for the down 2. There goes that headbutt again, but here we go. Could have had a conversion right there, but he did not believe in himself. Gets the down 2. Now, he puts him full screen, and we've seen how this has gone for him typically in the past, but gets a down 2. And he might be able to close it right here. There you go. Unblockable, interactable is in place, so you're going to have to watch out for that. You may not want to get too close. Now, he's fishing for a down 2 because he's expecting that. But Tweety is going to actually get a full combo conversion out of it. 300 damage. Not too shabby. Oh man, gets whiff punished. Yeah, man, you can't be whiffing them big air normals. Traits up, gets a down 2, right in this weird minuscule gap in that string. But here we go. Tries to go for a regular throw, gets neutral jump, full combo punish on deck. We're talking almost 400, actually no, over 400 damage. But don't worry, we got barrels. Scarecrow has played a little bit of Donkey Kong in his day. There we go. Taking a little bit of meter. Good blocks. Not being fooled by any of those mines. Good push block. Making sure that he's definitely not going to be right up on him. Now, as you all know, anything will just about do it. And there you go. Eddie Metal getting on the... I told you, when he bust out the tournament shader, I was like, hey, he's going to get a game. I think he's going to win this. No 3-0s. No 3-0s. All right, so as you saw, Unsteady Eddie Metal was able to get himself back on the ball. However, as we all know, Tweety will probably jump to Superman.
Red Hood.
Oh, no, he is planning to stick this out with Red Hood just a little bit. Man, how many skins does Eddie Metal possess for this character? He's got all the skins. He's got all the colors. He's 100% at the game. True Scarecrow loyalty. I respect that.
Begin.
Unlike default Red Hood over here, but here we go with the back tools. Oh, wow. Breaks the armor. Tweety tried to go for a back 3, but unfortunately, he was in the gas, got out of the gas, then got right back in the gas. Ooh. Wow. I don't know what is the hitbox on that chain, but it is completely whiffed, even though it's gone right through the sternum of Red Hood twice now. Tweety's trying to fight out of the corner. But as you can see, Eddie's not trying to make it easy for your boy. Good backdash, getting away from the down 1. Didn't want to deal with that stagger pressure or that command throw. Now we are in chip territory. Can Tweety bring it back with that Magil Pixel-esque like comeback? Or will he get down 2'd out of the sky the next time he jumps? Oh, no, here we go. We got that trait. All right, Tweety got at least a bar meter. See if he's going to work with it, trying to back 3 his way out of the pressure. Oh, wow. The longest forward 3 I think I've ever seen. Just did it raw. Just he wasn't worried. Not even meter burned. But here we go. Here comes all that chip. Oh. Tweety knew that there was a gap. Went for it. But the move was able to catch him out because he did not have armor on the move that he was doing. And right now, Unsteady Eddie, even though he got clipped by that upward rising Gotham Star, he's still got a commanding life lead. He's pretty even on meter. He's not worried. He's unfazed. Oh my god. He just says, nah, man, you can hit me all you want. I'm going right through that meter burn interactable. But here we go. Tweety dropping the combo. And right now, you got to remember, if your boy gets traded up and you start taking that residual damage, things ain't going to go well for you. And there goes a down 2, covering a lot of real estate. Making sure that all jumps forward, straight up, and even some back jumps are going to be caught. It is now 2-2. Eddie Metal is trying to level himself up. He's like, look, man, you ain't about to just style on me right now.
Scarecrow. Superman.
What are we about to see young Soup? So when Tweety goes Superman, you already know you don't want to whiff no buttons. Last thing you need is thinking that you're going to have like a big, beautiful Christmas extravaganza, about to open up your present, open up your opponent, and the next thing you know, you're like, why is my health gone? Who deleted it? I'm not playing against Bane. This is not what I asked for, but here we go. Forward 2-3, trait, forward 2-3, breath. The Superman Special. Oh, eats a frisbee to the face. Here we go, full combo, 260 damage. Tries to teleport in, actually gets something for his troubles, but the ending part of that string has just whiffed like 4 times in this set alone. But here we go, forward 2-3, goes for the down 1, catches them with the low, get that little bit of an open up. We're in the corner now. What's going to be the mix? Holds the forward 3, forward 2-3 breath, gets hit with down 2, gets caught by meter burn chain, left standing, gets the low, and just like that, Unsteady Eddie is rising up on the occasion. Forward 2-3. Here comes that frozen breath. Interactable is in play. Are we going to see a teleport? Nope. There goes that interactable. Tweety doesn't want anything to do with it. Knew the teleport was coming. Had it scouted. Hit him with all the forward 2s. Just throw all the forward 2s at the man. Here we go. Into the corner. Double 3, back 3, keeps him in the corner. What's for breakfast? Forward 3, right on through your wake up. Traits up, has to get the clash out there because I don't think you were living that, my boy. Unsteady Eddie, things were looking very unsteady for you, but don't worry, you got 30% of your health back. But you are down 3 bars, about even on bar now, even on life, even game. But remember that thing I said about not getting hit by that string? Well, there you go. Oh my, that was juicy. Knew the wake up was coming. Said, what are you going to do about it? I'm Superman. This is my game now. But hold on now, Magic Pixel. Superman. Never mind, Superman's forward 2. Just put an end to that dream.
Superman wins.
All sequels to the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech end with I got forward 2. But that being said, Noble Tweety, he's taking it 3-2. All right, we got our next 2 competitors already in the game. We got BXA, Broken Alliance's own Jackal, versus Deoxys243. And Deoxys said he's already made the commitment. He's going to stay Blue Beetle all the way throughout the tournament. Jackal is one of the few people who I know that actually has put legitimate time, effort, and some tech and some ideas into Black Mana. Not just out here just pretty boying it. But we're going to see what's going to happen when these 2 mechanical beasts go at it. As you can see right now, trying to play some footsies right now. Now that Harpoon is definitely going to play some big dividends if he can get it in mid-combo, allowing him to set himself up positioning-wise. But, oh wow, he's just going for all the stuff. Down 1, 2-1, trying to get that meter building chip, but back freeze. Nope, but here comes that combo, putting you right back in the corner. Now, is Jackal going to, is he going to opt for the barrel? Nope, he's going to down 2 that projectile, knows it's a high, going to throw your boy into the corner, goes for the overhead. Look at all this stagger right here. Goes for the forward 3, but it gets jumped out of. Big boy damage, but Jackal's going to break. He is not going to want to deal with that. That combo might do somewhere around 400 damage. Stopping a little bit early, getting 15% back. Neither character with meter, but just dashing right underneath that float. And trying to shoot the gap in between the laser. Here we go. Goes for the cross up, but we just get a trade. And as I said, that Harpoon. Barrels are still in play, but good teleport. Throws him in the corner, gets that good knockdown. Goes for the chip, good spacing. There goes another air Harpoon. Jackal is not out of this yet, even though Deoxys has Clash and a full stick of butter.
A fool like you can't stop me.
Here we go. 2 bars out of the way. Jackal doing 2-1 in the down 1 in the laser. Trying to mix up his pressure game, his stagger game. Here we go. Good anti-air. Full combo. 280 damage. Oh, but here we go. We got shenanigans of our own. Meter burn. But doesn't get the kill. Does not confirm it. Leaves life on the table. Both characters narrowly escaping the other. Could have punished the wake up. Gets down 2'd in between the gap of that meter burn. When you do meter burn teleport with Black Manta, if it's blocked, it's almost never worth it to go for it because it could just be down 2'd 100% for free. And as you saw, Deoxys knows that. He's not just going to let you get the free stuff. He's not going to let you get the easy peasy lemon squeezy out here, all right? So we're going to see if Jackal is going to switch. But no, he's sticking to his guns. He is going to stick to that harpoon. He's going to stick to that Manta. Let's see if he's going to be able to dismantle what makes Blue Beetle tick. Let's see if we got those adjustments. And honestly, I don't think Jackal really did anything wrong. He just got hit off of 2 meter burn teleports. There goes that long distance sweep. Empty jump in the throw. Empty jump in the throw, one of the realest mix-ups of all time. You just expect there to be a button, but good anti-air, but he doesn't go for a combo. No sort of conversion. Maybe he just didn't believe that it was going to hit. Ends up all that float stuff. Trying to apply some pressure of his own, but he's in the corner now. And as you all know, double overhead is a thing. Tries to jump off the interactable to get more float damage, but gets anti-aired with a missile. Mid-screen, forward 3. Forward 2, a really good spacing tool. But like I said, going for that teleport, if it doesn't hit, man, it's just like hanging yourself from a hook. Speaking of hooks, double harpoon. But good air-to-air conversion, putting him back in the corner. Now that was smart. Using the harpoon, knowing that it was going to switch sides, putting him in the corner, getting him with that back 2. Jump in 3, sealing the deal, making sure that we are almost tied up. Blue Beetle has a hell of a meter advantage, but that jump 3, that entire hitbox exchange was some gnarly nonsense right there. But here we go, good push block, but back in the corner. Gets clipped. Gotta watch the tootsies. I believe that was an actual punish. I actually do not believe Jackal would have been able to block right there. But here we go, spending 3 bars a meter, getting 30% of that health back. And there we're talking about that teleport. When you throw it out there, man, you are betting more than your life. You're betting your mortal soul. Overhead in the low. And that might be enough to close it out, and it is. Deoxys goes up 2-0. Like I said, when you put so much on the line with that teleport, whether you meter burn it or not, it can still just be down 2. But we're gonna see if Jackal's gonna switch it up at all. And hold on, someone said somebody's holding up top 8. Who's holding up top 8?
Oh, Chris and Swiper the Fox. Or we already got.
Are they playing already?
No, trying to get them to actually show up.
Are they here? Because they're not here, then you're gonna have to issue the DQ.
Yeah, the double DQ.
But anyway, we're going on into game 3. Let's see if Jackal's gonna slow it down. Gets that anti-air. Back 3, the big boy stuff. Gets the back 1-1 into back 1-1 up 3. We in there now. Jackal's got Blue Beetle cornered. He's just hunting, slowly, waiting, biding his time. Getting that anti-air, the patient play. If at first it works, do it again. Down 2, beautiful air-to-air. The long-reaching jump 3. This is a different Manta. This is not the Manta we just saw. This Manta's hungry. It's feeding time. Tried to you heard the sound. You heard the sound cue. He really wanted that down 2 anti-air again. Just a little bit slow. That restand into the cross up in the corner. Good air tech out, but gets caught again by that low-reaching Scarab Talon, just slowly, just grazing the shoelaces here. And wow, this man was standing in the steam, just out of range. But forward 2-1 is confirmable in the teleport. Good stuff. We're even on life. Oh, down 2. Here we go, into the corner. And as you all know, big damage comes out of the corner. But the trade still gets a combo, puts him in the corner. Yo, these down 2s and anti-airs from both players have been on point. But there goes that overhead into low, and Jackal's got a clash. Now, I don't know if Deoxys is going to allow him to get any health back. I don't know. They both decide they're going to spend that bar meter. 15% is pivotal here. But here we go again with that combo. Gets the unclashable. You saw him just gently float over. Knew he was going to wake up. Was going to get a punish. Baits out the clash. But Deoxys and that character build meter so fast that even though it was just a clash and they both went down to no meter, he still has a bar meter. And still has a bar meter. But Jackal is going to have to make something happen here. Oh, gets caught with the meter burn shot. And gets the anti-air, but the hitbox of the incoming jump attack was long enough to penetrate Manta's defenses, hitting that Chrome Dome. And Deoxys is going to move forward.
Approaching Slaughter Swamp.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more hot Injustice 2 action. Now, I'll admit, I have not seen a Starfire do work almost ever, but we're going to see if we're going to have a little bit of something different on the table. As you see, Alexander the One trying to make it work, throwing out projectiles, trying to get some frame trappage going on out there. But no slouch to the projectile game is Harley Quinn, and as you can see, goes in, gets the overhead, goes for the low, but good blocks, goes for that meter burn forward 3. Ooh, I don't know if that actually did not cross up. Tries to get a little bit of that Stardust pixie magic, making sure that he's going to keep Fierce at bay a little bit. Good blocks. Gets the overhead, but wasn't close enough to get a full conversion off of it. It was a good stagger off the low into the meter burn forward 3. Not a lot of people are going to be expecting that, especially not if the low actually hit. Most people expect people who are on the low to just go ahead and pull the trigger. But there we go. Here comes... Oh, that was going to be tough to block. He could have went for the overhead on the low, but it's just the hyena. But there goes that jump in 3. And Alexander the One is able to take the first health bar. Nope, there he goes with the overhead. Gets the low, but gets opened up because, let's face it, you're in the corner and they meter burn an interactable. 9 times out of 10, there's not too many things you can do. Here we go, air dashing in. Good blocks. Gets the forward 3 again. And just like that, Fierce is going to have to make an early clash.
Soak up some sun.
I will admit, Starfire, I kind of agree. Your girl is kind of pale, but it's all good. And just helicopters the entire... Like, you're not getting off that alligator, right? We may be in the bayou, but that ain't for you, baby. That's not happening, man. We ain't going to be doing all of that. But here we go in the zoning war. Harley has a pretty substantial meter advantage, but that health advantage is definitely sliding towards Alexander the One's favor. He gets baited right there. Hyena comes in, but goes right underneath it with Tantrum. And the back part still hits. That's why it's modeled, folks. Jump in 3, good push block. But here we go, we're in the corner, and Alexander's going to be able to clash while having a meter advantage. So he might be able to just get some health gen if Fierce allowed it, but he is throwing that bar and meter away as well. Oh, I don't know what that was. I think he was trying to expect someone to jump off of that interactable. But the bait, here we go in the corner. Starfire does have a bar and meter. He uses it, but because he jumped, he wasn't hit by the first part. And Alligator is doing all the chip. Alligator set up Harley Quinn that entire game.
Starfire wins.
Getting anti-aired off of it, getting chipped out by it. And Alexander the One takes game number 1. What's going on, Splash?
Starfire.
All right, game 2. Fierce is like, all right, forget this. It's time for rage. It's time for me to throw all the salt at the world. You want to come out here and you want to play these space aliens? Don't worry, I got you. You bring me a Tamaranian, I'm gonna bring you Atrocitus and a kitty cat named Dexstar. So let's see what's on the table. So Fierce ain't playing again. He just summons Trade. He's like, whatever, I'll take the projectile hit. It's fine. It's all gravy. But Alexander the One utilizing that push block, making sure that Dexstar isn't going to be able to just sit around and do as he pleases the entire game. Good punish on Puddle. When it comes to the zoning war, you do know that Atrocity is going to have to play very patiently. But good opening up with the mid into the low. Keep in mind, he's still got that overhead low and the double overhead on deck. Good push block, but good shield, absorbing the projectile, then able to get out that low Puddle. ADM Fierce sitting on that life lead, but we could have had a bigger whiff punish there, but still gets a little bit of damage. Oh, back threes, all of that. It's like, there's no helicopter, there's no get to the chopper now. None of that's happening right now. We are not dealing with any of that. Dexstar is about to be summoned right back into the game. Now, right now, at this distance, Alexander the One's feeling pretty safe, thinking he could just get the chip. But Fierce has got a little bit of life to play with. Get that shield up. Get that back three. Trying to drain some of that meter off of this clash.
Your anger strengthens me.
Here we go. Back to the slow, monotonous, methodical zoning game. Fierce slowly trying to walk him down, but gets that Puddle. The Stardust just sparkling out right in front of his face. No trade. But here we go. Another Dexstar. Here comes that shield. Chip, what can you do? Oh, here comes the big dammy. We're talking like 400 damage almost. Maybe some setup. Oh, just down twos. The wake-up attempt. Throws the interactable, and just like that, Chip is going to do it, and 1 bar victory going to Fierce, tying the score up 1-1. Now, I don't know if Alexander the One has other characters, or if he's really going to stick very, very, very hard to the Atrocitus train, or excuse me, the Starfire train.
Atrocitus.
But here we go, queuing him up once again.
Fighters approaching Brainiac's ship.
Alexander the One, he was doing pretty good with the zoning game, but it's just when he allowed Fierce to get in close and close the gap, once you ran out of that real estate, he was getting opened up by just about everything. Mid-screen trades with the Puddle were definitely not in his favor, but speaking of Puddle, here we go. Into the corner already, Dexstar out. No meter to push block just yet, but double forward 3 into shield. All the hard to... I'm sorry for my commentary right there. That we just gonna take everything I just said, throw it out the window, and just replace it with the word mop, because that's what that was. Alexander the One, he's gonna have to come up with a new game plan. He's definitely got to stop that from happening again, because that was snowballing all out of control right there, real quick. Yeah, here we go. Here's the game he wants to play. The sit back, play a little bit of lame game. He's not going to mind too much getting hit with a Puddle from full screen. It's just when he's just in range to get a back three off of that where it becomes a huge issue. Dexstar is out of play and gets opened up by, I guess, just the fear of the shield. Having that field presence. Breath just running out right in front of Starfire's face. Good use of the shield there, blocking that projectile, able to close the gap just a little bit. Oh, we're in the corner. There goes that forward 3, unclashable damage. Oh, there we go. Down 1 trades. Double back 3. In his mind, he saw that he was going to be able to clash, but he had already committed to the combo, so he just didn't push a button when he jumped. Fierce like, oh, I'm not touching that. Nope, I'm gonna let him hit the ground. We're gonna see, and we're gonna roll the dice afterwards. Pretty smart stuff. Most people would have pushed the button, allowed the clash. As we all know, when that clash is in play, all types of wild shenanigans can happen after that. But here we go, Alexander the One back against the wall. Fierce is looking like, I'm trying to get this 3-1. I'm trying to come in here, get this mix shenanigans. Wants to mix it up.
Begin.
Oh, good jump 3. Just neutral jump. Oh, there we go. Spending all of that trade. Nope, it gets caught. Just in range for a combo. Gets the restand. He thought the breath was going to whiff, pushed the button, got hit by the trail end of the lasting frames. But here we go, goes for the 4-3, doesn't get anything out of it, but still is able to maintain a little bit of a life lead here. Alexander the one back against the wall here, but gets clipped. And here we go with the fancy stuff. Down 2, calling in the cat, Dexstar doing work, going for the chip and the plus frames. Here comes the breath, but forward 3 just out of range, but Dexstar able to clean it up. And there goes that forward 3. And just like that, pulling the wool and seemingly the rug right from under Fierce, he does not take the first health bar. Alexander the one, Starfire, flexing a little bit of muscle right now, a little bit of a life lead, trying to preserve it with the zoning game. Making sure that Fierce is going to have to play a little bit more patiently, not just run in my face. But here, speaking of running in my face, here comes Starfire. And just like that, spending 2 bars a meter, a little bit of bounce cancel. When in doubt, just throw it out there. Now, Fierce is going to have to be careful because while he does have a meter lead and can definitely have a nice clash and get some of that health back, he's also going to want to spend some of it for damage. And keep in mind, Alexander also has clash as well. But Alexander is in the corner, gets baited. This might be a double back 3 or forward 3. Here we go. Unclashable damage, good push block. Making sure he can go right back to the zoning game, right where he feels safe. But here comes that shield. Starfire's just chucking projectiles like this thing is a raid boss in Destiny. But gets opened up. Back 3, forward 3. Oh, no, just does double back 3, but it doesn't pay off. And down 1 is going to seal the deal. Nice little scramble at the end. But Atrocitus and his power rage and the Red Lantern Corps is going to walk away with the dub. It was a good set there. So, who do you got next on the schedule?
All right, we're going Fierce.
All right, we got it ready. All right, so we got Fierce, who went straight to Harley Quinn. Fastest character lock I think I've ever seen. I don't think Tweety's going to be messing around.
Hellboy.
Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. I will admit I am not a Hellboy expert, so this is going to be all types of new technology as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know this matchup. I don't know this matchup whatsoever, but here we go. Hyenas are ready to bark. Hellboy's ready to talk that talk. But here we go. Tantrum slants. Oh, wow. Tries to go for the interactable. We saw him do that earlier in the tournament. Doesn't get it this time. Goes for the pop-pop. But here we go. Trying to use that air mobility of Hellboy. Trying to somewhat work his way in. But Fierce isn't going to let it be that easy. Fierce is okay playing the lame game. He's okay just sitting back, allowing you to make the mistakes. But we all know Hellboy, with his trait, if he gets in, it can be big boy damage when he turns on that trait. Here comes the... Ooh, just wakes up. Catches the backdash. Oh, here we go. Tweety trying to work on some sort of comeback. Trying to even out the score a little bit. But just goes right for it. Clubbing blow. The low profile. Does it again. Oh, my God. If it could have went wrong, it went wrong right there. Hellboy. Good blocks, though. But gets opened up by the overhead. Down 1. Hyena. Into super, but nobody home. You know what? Just when I thought I knew how that was going to handle that situation, I did not know that was going to happen. Oh, good cupcake. Now, Tweety does take the first health bar. Oh, he's trying to do a little bit of cancels, build some meter. Fake that he's going to come in, change his trajectory at the last minute. But here we go, into the corner. This could be enough to kill. Meter burns it, gets that tick damage, and... Wow, just short, but doesn't matter. Down 1 is enough to do the chip out.
Harley Quinn wins.
Now, I'll admit, like I said, I don't know too much about Hellboy. And I'm not sure how much of a good or potentially terrible matchup that is for Hellboy against Harley Quinn there. But
Superman.
it seems as though he's done playing around. He's busting out a Superman. He's going back to home base.
Fighters approaching Gorilla City.
Now, a little bit of a fun fact. I do think these two share the best opening line. I don't know if we're going to get it, but let's see. That's if they even let the intros rock.
Begin.
Okay, damn the intros. Here we go. With punishing the string into the jump in, into forward 2-3. In the corner, stopping all the shenanigans. Good push block, making sure Fierce can get a little bit of breathing room. Able to throw out a few projectiles. Ooh, just neutral jumps, all pressure attempts. Here we go, mid-screen. What we got? Hyena. Rising grab just completely whiffs. Now, as you see, Fierce is no stranger to just using push block to just get a character he doesn't want on him off of him. He doesn't mind making sure that his resources go to not necessarily just damage, but making sure he's not put in too much of a compromisable position. But as you can see, with Superman's utility of meter burn lasers and the threat of that air dash, he's never out of answers. But here we go, Tweety's in the corner. Hyena can't reach. That is a trade that is definitely not in Fierce's favor. Now that he's traded up, we're talking 170 damage for every straight laser strike. We're talking pretty good chip, meter burn. But gets it down to and is going to be able to close out the first health bar. But he drops it, but is able to catch the backdash. Oh, there goes that meter burn. Forward 2-3. Now, Harley does have 2 bars.
Not till kingdom come.
But I'm not sure it's going to be enough. This might be insurmountable just due to the nature of Superman's kit, his ability to chip, forward 2-3 breath. The fact that even if Harley Quinn does get out a good gunshot and a good gun arc, there's a chance he's just going to get hit with a trade. And now that trade's out, forward 2-3 into Death Mop. And just like that, Tweety is going to tie this thing up 1-1.
Superman wins.
I wonder if Fierce is going to switch characters. I know he's got a little bit of an arsenal, but I don't know if he's got anything that's specifically going to get him the get out of Superman jail for free card. As you see, Tweety's just insta-locking that Superman. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled out the Bizarro skin and oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect the red stoplight with the 12th level intellect to be coming out to play with the big boys today, but we have young Brainiac in the building. Hopefully his chemotherapy sessions have been going on just perfectly fine because he's in there rocking the ball cut.
Begin.
All procedures are a go. Sails right over that laser. Goes for the dive kick, but gets opened up by that jump in. Now, if he's using his drones and he's playing his cards right, he will be able to limit Superman's mobility just a bit, able to mix it up, making sure that he can't just throw out lasers, just as you saw there. But, yo, this dude is dive kicking full, man. He's got happy feet. Here we are in the corner. The one place you do not want to get hit by Superman. Look at this. Combo's not over. Into interactable. 400 damage plus some. And the dive kick was almost on the floor. And Rising Grab just said, come on, take a ride with me, baby. It's over. It's just GG's. What are you going to do? Now Fierce coming in with them dive kicks yet again, trying to close the space. Making sure Superman doesn't get too far away, but there goes down one into the scoop. All right, Tweety throwing to the corner, blocks that overhead. Good push block. Wow, the drone not being able to be effective in the air. But here we go. We might be able to get a little bit of chip. But oh, here comes that pesky magic pixel. But Fierce is able to spend that bar meter and make sure he closes it out. Here we go. Maybe we're going to see Fierce try to grapple in the head, punish one of those lasers just a little bit right there on pulling the trigger. But put full screen yet again. Trade is out. Down one, scoop. Now, the scoop combos are not the most damaging, but it all starts to add up.
Unless I stop you.
All right, Tweety still has trait. Is about to have the meter advantage just by nature of throwing out all these projectiles. And just goes straight up into the air-to-air. Knew the jump was coming. Knew that the options that were going to be at Fierce's disposal were very limited, especially at the level of health that he was at. Couldn't take the big gamble, so he just met him up there and said, "Excuse me, sir, it's been revoked." Now, like I said, we've seen Fierce dig into the bag of tricks, pull out different characters, but I don't know if he's got one for Superman. Nope, he's going right back to Harley. Now, he's going to have to win 2 games straight if he's going to want to get out of here with the W in this set. Fierce is just trying to scratch and claw and shoot his way to the top. And meanwhile, the most oppressive dictator to ever be in a video game is trying to keep him down. So let's see if Tweety really can close it out.
Begin.
Game 4. Oh, wow. Good whiff punish. Here we go. Hyenas. Gets the overhead, making sure that Tweety's got to protect his dome. Just go straight for a raw pop-pop. But gets thrown into the corner. Now he's got to play a little bit of defense of his own. Good push block. Oh, tries the anti-air down too, but it's going to eat this double 3 into the big damage. We're talking 540, and it just keeps adding up. Frost Breath, 390. Good throw reject, but it looks like down 1 a scoop is going to be the solution to the problem. Oh, here we go. Jump into the corner. Forward 3.
You're gonna play nice.
That's not what I had planned.
All right, now Fierce literally has to play like almost a perfect match from this point on because he can't get hit by lasers. He's going to have to anti-air every air laser attempt if he can. He's got to land every punish. Otherwise, he's going to end up in forward 2-3. Superman traded damage, 430. Interactables are still in play. Speaking of which, I think he's about to throw this gargoyle right here. Actually, no, he gets hit. Into the command grab. Fierce might be able to close this out if he can just get in one more little love tap. Put down that frisbee. Oh, here we go. The lasers. You see each other trying to bait each other out. Just still sails over the hyena in the air for such an amount of the time. Wow, that wake up just able to barely clip Harley, but it's possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it is definitely possible at this juncture. Fierce is gonna probably try to low profile something, but that's not gonna be how you get it started. If he sees him jump in the air, he might meter burn roll, but that won't actually be the case. Didn't pull the trigger. He pushed, and just like that is gonna do it. The jump back lasers and the lame stuff. Still rocking that Scarecrow. He's definitely trying to make those strides, trying to make sure that he's got everything under control. And Alec coming back with that flash. Now that being said, as we all know, Scarecrow got some buffs. But Flash is just ridiculous. Flash could touch you, and you think you understand, like, all right, I know what I'm going to block now. And then you're in another blender, and then you're in another blender, and the next thing you know, you got 3-0'd. So that being said, let's see if Scarecrow can avoid the blender. Starts off with down 2. Tries to get that forward advancing string, and just completely gets rid of that Sonic Pound. Gets the cheap stuff out here with the down 2. Just going in for all the real estate consuming strings. Here we go. Just back through. He read that the interactable use was coming. He was like, "Get your Tarzan out of here, sir. We're not doing any of that." Here we go. After the transition, goes for the sweep, gets the cross up, gets another cross up. But I do believe that was just going to chip either way. Oh wow, gets a nice trade, but he just down 2s. He didn't believe it was going to hit. Here we go. Slow down combo. Almost 500 damage. Goes for the cross up. Still gets it. And we were just talking about this. You thought you knew which way you were going to go. But just like that, about 700 life coming off the board. But it's still going to take a monumental comeback in order for Flash to be able to get out of here with this nth metal skin. Goes for the back three. Gets down two'd. Now, Alex still has access to Clash, but that's not going to matter because Running Man Cancel sniffing the smelly boot KOs the Flash. And just like that, Eddie goes up 1-0.
Batman.
Oh, I'm hearing Batman now? We about to see the nerf jump too? But nope.
Flash.
Looks like we're just going to get that rematch. Going to get that mirror.
Fighters approaching Red Sun Prison.
Now, if there's any adjustment that I think we're going to need to see here coming from Alex, or excuse me, Soldier Alec, is he's really when he swings, just go for it, man. Just believe that it's gonna hit. Just throw it out there. Be a Flash god. Because as you can see right now, Eddie, if he thinks it's going to hit, he's throwing the whole thing out there. Oh, wow. That hitbox. Good confirm. Goes for the cross-up. Crosses up the wake-up. Stays out of damage. Oh, tried to get the back three. Just a hair too slow. But here we go. He's in there. He's taking a little bit of my advice. He's trying to come in there and mix, but got to mind that meter burn back three. Oh, wow. Gets the interactable. Gets back three, down two. Now, I don't know if Command Grab would have been able to get the guaranteed kill right there, but the chip was able to go ahead and wrap it all up. Man, Alec just loves screaming people's face with the hot, rancid breath. Nope, Eddie, double sweep, cross up. You know, Eddie is just sweeping right now. If you don't protect your feet, you are going to die. And I don't think this is going to be enough damage to close it out. Nope. Oh, there it goes. Traits in play. That tick damage. What you gonna do? And Eddie right now is just, he's all over the Flash. You can't outrun the fear gas.
Scarecrow.
Now we're gonna see Alec he's gonna switch to a Superman. Does he have? Oh nope, he's going right back to the Flash.
Fighters approaching Atlantis.
Them long-reaching limbs are definitely keeping Flash out at bay, making sure that he has no easy avenue into the high damage combos.
Begin.
But all right, Eddie's sitting on that set point. Coming in for that dash in. Ooh. Oh, man, I thought he was going to let it rip. I thought we were going to see meter burn Sonic Bound. Here we go. That hot breath. Eddie coming in with more pressure. Jump in three. Down one command grab. Gotta love the ticks. Down one. He is not coming out of those running stance cancels fast enough. He's always getting down, dude. Eddie's just having it scouted. Down one, helicopter. Just baits the wake up. Knew it was coming. Gets him with that down three. Or jump three, excuse me. There goes that down two. Here we go. Gets the forward three. But you got to cash it out, big boy. You got to go full. Gets the cross up. Here we go. Mix God. Drops the combo. You cannot be. You do not want to do that. You were able to get a little bit, just a little bit. But here we go. Oh, good push block. There we go, forward two. Oh, gets down two for his troubles. Oh, here comes the slowdown, but he runs right into that hot rancid breath. Put Scarecrow back in the corner. He has a full bar. What's he going to do with it? Forward three. Oh, God. We might get a super. Oh, he just goes for the double forward three. We have a full bar. Is he going to ever... No, he's going to go for the chip. What are you going to do? You don't want to get close because it doesn't matter what you do. The funk. The funk hands out the mops. And just like that, Eddie takes it with the 3-0 decisive victory.
Superman.
Yo, I thought they were about to try to play like this. Imagine. Oh, Robin. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though Alexander the One is pulling out Robin. We're going to see them 40% confirms. We're going to see the trait into mix. We're going to see the safe launchers. We're going to see all the shenanigans. As some people say, just mash it out when you're in doubt. So let's see what's going on. Deoxys is coming in there with that advancing string. Well, seems like Robin's trying to go for them big strings with the down 1-2. Robin's trying to play a little bit more patient. Just to walk back, but you got to watch your dome, man. You can't always expect him to go for the low. But here we go. Overhead low. Watch the Tootsie Wootsies. Overhead lows are definitely pesky to block. But when you spend out all of that meter, you get over 400 damage. You're in the corner. Look at all the float. Look at all the meter build. Look at the damage. But if we're going to see those crazy mix-ups from Robin, he's got to be able to get in and start something. Otherwise, you get the float pressure, you get down 2, you get all this meter build, you get restands, you get crossovers, you get buttons in your face. And just like that, I think Alexander the One just said, you know what? I'm gonna go with one of my main stage characters. I'm gonna dial it back. Because Deoxys is like, yo, I'm the Robin Hunter. We're not having that. We're not doing any of that. Wow, Splash. You just gonna do me like that, Splash? You gonna do me like that, Splash? I appreciate that, Splash. I do appreciate that. But you saying that like you don't even know who I am, Splash. Man, we played, Splash. We had a match in the Fight Club Weekly, Splash. I see how it is. You forget Preon like that. That's cool. That's cool. But anyway, we're rolling in the game too. All right, so he's going right back to that Starfire, trying to hit him with that jump in 3. Now, as we saw, Alexander the One is one of those people. He really wants to slow it down to that methodical pace where you got to play that zoning game, but it's not really going to work out if you allow him to just float over the pressure. Here we go. Back 3 into the max dammy, into that 450. Nice and juicy. But remember, that interactable is going to explode. Starfire keeping a little bit out of range of it, though. Good whiff punish. And you can see this game is going a little bit better for Alexander the One. He's actually trying to, maintain a little bit of so he's had a little bit of a health deficit, but it is not Mop City. He's trying to stay far away from Deoxys. He doesn't want to deal with floats. Overhead low. Here we go. Oh, just broke the back 3 slightly whiffed. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. It's in there pretty deep. But here comes the clash. Alexander the One is really going to have to... he's really going to have to pull up the big boy panties right now. He's really going to have to step it up because this is a huge life deficit. He's able to get that equalizer real quick. Here we go. Going to that zoning game. But keep in mind, Deoxys has some pretty good projectiles of his own. Where there's jumping in the air, jumping over it, getting that meter projectile, getting a little bit of chip. Oh, but here we go. Into the air. Which side is it going to hit? No one knows. Because here it comes. Is he going to do it? Oh, this is disrespectful. What? This is just disrespectful. I am watching cyberbullying in the highest order. He tried to go for the throw. Gets the jump in. That was disrespect. That was that. I'm hurt. I'm gonna get some water. Like at first, I didn't realize what he was going for. But then I realized what he was trying to do.
Blue Beetle, Starfire.
But all right, Alexander the One, his back is against the wall right now. He has got to you need to get the Rocky music. Ba, ba, ba. You need to get all of it. You need to get the city of Philadelphia. You need to get Meek Mill. You need to get Alexander the Great, resurrect him from the grave, because Deoxys is coming. And that was one of the weirdest hitbox exchanges I think I've ever seen in my life. But here we go. What is with that interactable? Deoxys is just zip-zop zoobity bopping through the Phantom Force. Oh wow, the bait. The do-nothing bait. One of the worst baits to ever get seen. And there goes the overhead low into the corner. And that's a good way to avoid the cross-up. Do something that moves you on both sides. Just goes over the back three. What is happening? This is Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. If you've never heard of zibbity doobity bopping, you've never heard of Bill Cosby. Because right now, I've got to be on some type of aphrodisiac or something in order to explain any of this. Because I'm looking at these hitboxes, I'm looking at these clips. This dude is going all over the place. Just baits the meter burn. Here we go. Unclashable damage. We're in the float corner. Chip will do it. Both ends right now. Bill Cosby is the bad man. But did you not see the bullying that this man was trying earlier? I know a bully when I see one. Out here just taking the chip, getting sick of it, running in, hitting him with the jump in. There we go. We got both opponents without a hitch. Let's go. Sorry, my commentary is a little rusty. As you guys know, I had some tough times, death in the family, R.I.P. Mom. So that's where I've been away. I've been relatively quiet. But we're back now for the good times. We family now. And speaking of family, Jaime has a tough at-home situation. He's got to close this damn thing out. He's going up against Eddie. Eddie's not here to play games. He's here to put the fear in the hearts of weaker men. Is Deoxys a weaker man? We about to find out. Going into game one, we already know that this is about to be bananas. Goes for the float, just immediately catches him. Good confirm, 370 damage. Now keep in mind, those long range normals are going to make it easy to punish that little bit of shield bash right there, but as you can see, Deoxys is ready to get them. Just restand cross up in the throw. Most people ain't blocking that. Here we go, goes for the teleport. Both characters just kind of feeling each other out. Blue Beetle chucking that plasma, but he was ready for that teleport. Good reactions, but good blocks in the corner. Got some good damage. We're probably going to see a backdash from Blue Beetle. Oh, no, just says, forget all of the ambiguity. We're just going to go straight up and go for the push block. I got meter to spare, got the meter advantage. Why not? Especially we can go ahead and get the overhead low and get the Smash Mouth W. Here we go, shooting them shots. Trying to block projectiles. Trying to take a swipe at them. As you can see, both characters just building meter from this little excursion right now. But there you go. Gets that trade activation, but he doesn't really get anything out of it. Deoxys sitting there at full stick of butter. Scarecrow trying to play catch up. Deoxys is basically just trying to lame it out right now. He's like, you know what? I'm sitting on easy street. I'm going to let him waste his meter. I'm going to let him waste his trade. Both characters with a full stick of butter.
Feel the walls close in.
Here we go. Oh, wow. Just does straight up meter burn interactable. Gets out of the jail. Is not trying to deal with any of the plus frames. Into a back three. He's going to do around 380 damage. Wow. Never mind. Way over that. We shot the mark. Got over full honey. But here we go. We're going to see if Eddie's going to be able to come in here and try to get some sort of offensive momentum with these forward advancing strings. Gets the back three. We're going right back up top. Don't even worry about it. It's all gravy. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Deoxys' biggest fan. All terrible puns aside. Although Eddie's got Clash, he's at that meter disadvantage. Chip is going to be a big factor here. Good push block. And where are you going to go? You just going to land in on it, man.
Blue Beetle wins.
The ping is ridiculous, you said? I wish I had my ping counter on. Actually, I don't even think it works unless you're playing.
Scarecrow. Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I think he stated like 270 at the highest.
Fighters approaching
What's up?
Metropolis.
I think he said 270, but since he's EU, that might really be like in the 1-something area. Realistically. Still kind of high.
Begin.
All right, here we go. Throwing them projectiles. Eddie is the only Scarecrow player I've ever seen do the triple sweep. Oh, avoids the boxing glove. Good air-to-air. Good restand. Gets the double overhead. This won't be enough to close out the health bar, but it will be enough to set up something that potentially could. Good crossover. Didn't really finish pulling the trigger, but he's able to get it anyway. Here comes that keep out. But he low profiles those projectiles, goes right in there. Tries to get a cross up of his own, but he went deep sea fishing, but it didn't pay out.
Will be next.
That's messed up, bro.
Here we go. Tries. It looked like that could have crossed up, but it didn't. So good blocks there by Eddie, keeping his head on the swivel. He's trying to activate that trait, but as you can see, he's getting popped for every attempt. Now he's just taking a swipe at the projectiles, making sure he can keep up with the meter build pace. At quite the life deficit, though. Good whiff punish. Good restand. No clash available for Eddie, and he is going to take the double cross-up mop.
Blue Beetle wins.
So Eddie's really going to do something about getting in. Because if he's just kept out like that,
Scarecrow.
then there's not much that's going to be able to be done about that.
Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum. Begin.
All right, going into game 3. And you see Deoxys is already getting to the zoning. Already trying to play that succulent keep away. Wow, when in doubt, bash it out again. But here we go. Scarecrow is in. This is his chance. We haven't seen too many down one throw attempts, but there goes that overhead in the low. People are struggling with blocking that today. Oh, there goes the teleport. Both characters respecting each other, but there goes that down too. Background bounce. Wow, that air-to-air trade right there. And this is going to be able to close out the first health bar, and we are on match point at this point.
Scarab's got all the answers.
Oh, have a wheelchair. Man, I fear a lot of things, man. But this type of zoning is definitely one of them. Here we go, overhead into low. Tries to go for the cross-up, but gets beaten out by the Terror. And, wow, we're looking at almost 500 damage right there. Gonna be able to chip it out. Now, Bleedle has a full stack of butter. And a life lead, but looks like that life lead might be cut into right here with this command throw. Gets the low.
reach you?
This is nowhere yet.
All right, here we go. Back to the neutral. All right, now, as we've all seen before, when you get put in the corner, it's really deadly. Are we going to see anything in the flight? Oh, gets the overhead and the low. Unsteady Eddie, unfortunately, he had no choice but to clash. If he didn't clash right there, then that was probably going to be all she wrote. Now he's going to have to do something to circumvent these projectiles. I understand he's trying to build meter. Tries to get the jump in 3, but gets his feet clipped. And there you go. Deoxys moves on. All right, who you got next for me?
All right, we got losers final with Fierce and Deoxys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is losers finals, the losers finale, as they call it. So we're going to see some Blue Beetle
Harley Quinn.
versus some Harley Quinn. Now, as we all know, this is a matchup that a lot of people probably haven't seen before because most people have never seen Blue Beetle. So, all right, game 1. Let's see how it rocks. Down 1, Tantrum is not going to be able to fly here, as you saw. Wow, that was a weird hitbox thing, just being able to completely whiff and go over Blue Beetle's head. You don't see that one too often. Here we go. He's got the claws out, giving him a little bit more utility and extra range. Now, for those of you who don't know, at the end of strings, Blue Beetle can, use trait in order to go in between stances mid-string and sometimes even during special moves, which allows him to have more utility in combos and being able to select more easier rather than just sitting there and just saying, I'm going to hit 4 now and just trade up here and try to switch between the stances. There are ways to do it more organically in combat, but speaking of organic, as we all know, Fierce is able to make these comebacks, going for Tantrum stance, getting out of it, blocking that interactable. All right, here we go into the corner. This should be the great equalizer, and it is. However, Blue Beetle, never meter starved, never meter deprived, just comes in there for the straight up sweep after the jump in.
You'd make a darn cute plushie.
I don't know what that means.
Ooh, here we go. Gets the overhead low. Unfortunately, there's no class in play left for Fierce, so he is going to have to either come out with almost a perfect or hold that wake-up shield to the face. And Deoxys goes up 1-0.
Blue Beetle wins.
All right, going into game 2. I'm not really sure how this is going to pan out because, as Fierce has stated, he doesn't really know this matchup. But I think he's going to want to stick more with the projectile game. Getting in close, he's been trying to go into Tantrum stance, and it seems like every time he tries, he gets down 2'd out of it after going for down 1 Tantrum, going into that gap, getting met with a down 2. Red Hood? Yeah? Are we going to get Red Hood?
Dark side.
Nope, Dark Side. All right, cool. I'm down with that. Now, this is a matchup I'm sure even less people know. But all right, here we go. Let's see what's popping.
Begin.
Yo, starting the match off with sweep, man. That's some heavy stuff right there. Going for the float in the more sweeps. Getting that first hit. Getting that float combo. Doesn't go for any sort of restand chicanery. But here comes that demon overhead into low stomp. Good air tech out, getting out of the combo, and just says, keep your Omega lasers to yourself. We out here, frequent flyer miles on deck. Back into the corner you go. Float combos everywhere, restand. Good throw break, though. And just like that, chip was definitely a factor there. He tried to float over the interactable, but Darkseid was just like, nah, man, you coming down with me. But Fierce got to use that early clash.
Thanks for the advice.
Wants to do just about anything possible to get out of this corner right now. Gets clipped by the projectile. There goes that overhead. Here we go. Goes for a crossover attempt, but the delayed wake up is allowing him to just get right underneath it. However, it's going to take a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work for Fierce to make this work. But if he keeps landing all those Omega beams in a row in succession, he might have something going for him. But here we go. Long claws are out. Meter burn rolls in. And this might be enough to kill. Actually, nope. He puts it down early. Just going to try to zone him out. See if he can get a little bit of chip. Make him jump into something on accident. Try to clip him out of a teleport. But good trade. Darkseid is able to almost close it out, but spends the bar meter, guarantees the chip. Wow, the demon just completely whiffs. And chip is a factor. Did not believe in the stomp, did not meter burn it, but Deoxys does have clash, so it would have been definitely tough sledding.
Blue Beetle wins.
When in doubt, punch him out. Yep, that's right, chat.
Blue Beetle.
So is he about to play that Brainiac? Is he about to play that young Gucci Mane?
Harley Quinn.
Nope, he's going right back to his tried and true main, going back to that Harley Quinn. Going to try to re-rack him up.
Slaughter Swamp. Begin.
I thought he would be able to go Raiden because he'd be able to utilize some of that teleportation to get past some of the zoning shenanigans that he ends up finding himself into. But here we go. Playing a character with a good zoning game herself. Getting Blue Beetle in the corner. Here comes that Hyena, but good delayed wake up. Making that Hyena harmlessly float overhead. Good down 2 anti-air. Putting Fierce into the corner with the restand, but just clips right on through the bear trap. Like, the bear trap was just like, oh, I don't hurt beetles. I don't do that. I hurt anybody else, though. Sorry, babes. Here we go. Back into the corner we go. Just floats, changing his trajectory, making sure that meter burn back 3 does not make contact. Chasing down the back dashes. Tries to go for the cross up. Gets it the second time. Back 3. The Hyena does not actually cause any damage due to the fact that he had invincible frames on the wake up. But here we go. Wow, again the Hyena just could be completely snuffed out by the hitbox of that shield bash. Here come those jump-ins. 3 in a row, followed by a low. That's definitely the way to go if you want to open somebody up. Unpredictability is your best friend. But Beetle puts himself in the corner. Gets caught. He's going to have to clash. Now, he does have the meter advantage, so he might be able to get some health back. But he is going to opt to only spend 2 bars. Deoxys not spending any at all. Maybe saving up for a clash himself. Nope, here we go. Just getting right past those hyenas. Just circumventing all of the labyrinth that awaits him in projectile form. Here we go. Going for the cross-up. Gets it. But full stick of butter coming out of... Like I said, Blue Beetle will never not have meter. So he's going to be able to just only get just enough back. And by just enough, I mean nothing. But he does keep one thing, the meter advantage. Having 2 bars to, well, Harley's now none because of the with meter burn back 3. Here we go. Chip is definitely starting to be a factor now, because meter burn projectiles will definitely be enough to do it. But right now, walking him down into the corner. That meter burn interactable is right there. Blue Beetle doesn't have any meter, but he does now. So it is definitely something that Fierce is going to have to keep an eye out on. And wow, he used it, got a little bit of it, and then was able to clean it up after that.
Blue Beetle wins.
All right, so we're in grand finals now, right?
Yep, tweeting Deoxys.
We are here for grand finals. We got one superpowered badass versus an asshole who just so happens to have superpowers. I'll let you decide at home which character I am talking about. We got Superman in one corner, Blue Beetle in the other. Deoxys has scratched and clawed his way through losers. Tweety's out here saying, you know, I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it for the winners, boys. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got going on. Opens it up with the grab. Forward 2-3 in play while traded up. Going to be doing some pretty beefy ass damage. Here he goes with that sweep. Tries to go for that float pressure into more sweep. Here we go. We're going to get that restand. Yes, we are. Goes for the cross up, overhead low. Good blocks. Forward 2-3. Double 3. Ooh, not enough to get the kill, but 570 damage. Nothing to scoff at. But here we go. Big hill for Blue Beetle to climb. As we all know, that forward 2-3 is definitely nothing that you want to scoff at. Gets that forward 2, but here's a good whiff punish. Going to be able to close it out. All he needs is one touch. It could be anything. And there you go. We got that already step. Here we go. Forward 2-3. Was willing to bet that he was going to push a button right there. Gets the meter burn forward 3. And just like that, Tweety all of a sudden, he doesn't have that life lead anymore. He probably will after getting the little bit of life regeneration off this clash here, but opts to keep 2 bars a meter just for the fight that's ensuing, knowing that Deoxys has clash available. Traded up. Good use of the interactable. But here we go, down 2. But it just put him just out of range to where the follow-up was going to whiff due to the turnaround. And here we go. We got traded Superman. We got lasers. We got look into my eyes, young Jaime. And Tweety takes game number 1. Now, for those of you who are new to the double elimination tournaments, Deoxys has to win 2 sets, for he is in the loser's bracket. He has already lost his first life, while Tweety still holds on to his first life, meaning he would have to be double eliminated in this round right here. But here we go, going into game numero 2. We got game dos on deck. Starts off with sweep, gets that overhead. Tweety not protecting any part of his body right now, but there you go with that punish. Forward 2, into the corner. Gets that throw. Gets 150 on the throw, but delaying his back 3. Makes sure that his beat out, but does not get a full combo off of it. Goes for the float afterwards, not being able to fully chase it down for a full combo. But there goes that interactable, and just like that, Pikachu, I choose you, get in the Pokeball. And just like that, Deoxys is going to go take the first health bar game 2. Right now you see Deoxys trying to space, trying to make sure that Tweety's caught pressing a button, but that forward 2-3 covering so much area, much like that interactable. Tweety still got this life deficit, but gets opened up by the low. Tweety with a full stick of butter. He's going to be able to get a nice juicy bit of health back on this clash, but as we all know, that's not always what it seems to be if it's unclashable damage. Tries to go for the cross up, but the delayed wake up allows him to get right over it. But here we go, into the corner. Deoxys with the whiff punish. Here comes the clash.
You are seriously old school.
Now, we all know Superman's got crazy damage, but with no meter, the maneuverability and the agility of a Blue Beetle, it's going to be tough sledding. But if there's any character that can do it, it's definitely Superman. But Deoxys still has access to that clash. Throwing interactables, closing out games.
Blue Beetle wins.
And just like that, it is tied up 1 apiece.
Superman. Blue Beetle. Fighters approaching Fortress of Solitude.
But here we go. Going into game 3. Tweety's probably just going to try to do more forward 2-3. Speaking of forward 2, there it goes. But here we go. Another sweep. And, well, as I said, when in doubt, more forward 2-3. Forward 2-3 gets a lot of jobs done. Forward 2-3 would put half Americans out of a job. It just handles so many problems, so many solutions. Goes for the forward 3, but we're going to see a whiff punish. We're going to see some big damage, but he drops the combo. Whiff punish on the forward 2 before the forward, or the 3 of the forward 2-3 could come hit. But good down 2. Knowing that Tweety was probably going to push a button or try to jump out. Deoxys trying to nurture that life lead, but gets opened up with that jump in, sailing right over the projectile. Tweety goes into the forward 2-3 combos, into the background bounce. Oh, there goes the scoop. Someone in the chat said that Supergirl's back 1-2. But Supergirl's back 1-2 would put the world out of a job. Forward 2-3 just puts Americans out of job. There is a little bit of a distinct difference. But here we go. There are eye lasers coming in, paying in dividends, getting that nice beefy damage, but whiffing that breath. Air-to-air trades. Here comes the float. We're probably going to have to see a clash come out at some point. Here we go. While Tweety has a small little bit of a meter advantage. We're going to see if he's going to spend all 4 bars, but only 3. Here we go. Trying to float in. Oh, but wow. The double whiff. Being able to catch it with the forward 3. Gets the restand. Gets the... I don't know what that was. That was some pirouette stuff coming out of the Blue Beetle camp. But here comes Blue Beetle's attempt at a clash. Probably not going to spend any meter. Knows that it's not going to be too beneficial for him, but he does it. He wants that 15%. Wants to make sure that he can live another Superman combo if one were to so happen to hit. And right now we are talking welcome to the chip factory. Oh, we almost had a whiff punish. That could have been bad. There goes the interactable. Tweety gets down-toed for his troubles.
Blue Beetle wins.
And Deoxys trying to reset this thing. All right, Tweety, we're gonna see what you made of, man. We're about to test your metal. Don't get me wrong. You got a whole set to give. No one really wants to get reset on, but you know you're downloading that knowledge. You're getting that game level up. But Deoxys is coming through saying, you know what? I don't care what I gotta do. I don't care who I gotta go through. I don't care how many times I have to hit you with the overhead or the low or the float. You dying today. But here we go. We're gonna see 3 for 3 on sweep attempts to start off the match. Nope, we're just going into the jump in, into the low. Not a cross up. Good blocks. Get down 2'd. A lot of people let Superman get away with a lot of that, but Deoxys is too seasoned. He's not going to let any of that happen. Almost 300 damage. Good cross up.
Got second place locked up.
Yo, just bashing the shield. Just throwing it in Superman's face. Superman allowing to get full screen. Pushing him away with that breath. But here comes that pressure. What we going to have? Tried to go for sweep. Big uphill battle coming out of Tweety's corner here, but he does have Deoxys in the corner, trying to utilize plus frames, but just can't seem to open him up. But there you go, whiff punish off that down 2. Knew he was going to air tech. remained poised, was ready for the situation, pulled the trigger.
The strong protect the weak.
Good lasers. Oh, jumps right over the projectile. Early clash. Tweety still has his. We're going to see what's going to happen. Both spend a bar. Blue Beetle still with a bar left, so he's got access to some pretty beefy dammy. Breath puts him full screen. He doesn't want to deal with any sort of shenanigans. Tweety is just trying to say, if you want this zoning war, you can get this work. Beetle's like, oh, well, I'm coming. Whether you like it or not. Whether you see it or not. Whether you disrespect me or not. You're going to get hit. There goes that sweep. Rising grab. Stops any sort of jump over cross-up attempts. Just meter burn rolls in. Even after meter burn rolls, even after meter burn exchanges, Beetle's almost working with another full stick of bar. Which means Tweety is not going to be too happy to have to go into a clash situation, but he might be able to close it out here, and he will. Ladies and gentlemen, come pick up your Beetle. He's running out of frequent flyer miles. He didn't pay the tax. He didn't drop that quarter off at the toll booth. Tweety making sure that we ain't gonna have a 3-1 situation. It's 2-2. It's knotted up. Tweety on tournament points. Deoxys on reset points. You couldn't ask for a better situation. So Tweety trying to close it out right now. He ain't even trying to roll it back into the Shadow Realm. He ain't even about that life, but here we go. Just neutral jumps all of any options. All the delusions of grandeur that Superman might have had are getting put to waste. 480 damage, almost half-life, but now Tweety got trait. Tweety going for the big boy swing, background bounce, back threes. Here we go. Here's 500. I raise your 480, give you 500. Here we go. Forward 2-3, but he drops the combo. Let's see if Deoxys is going to be able to finish his plate. Everybody's throwing out the optimals right now. Goes for the cross-up, but Tweety just staggers himself right into the hands of Blue Beetle. Deoxys meter burn rolling through, trying to keep this mid-screen. Doesn't even want to try to deal with anything dealing with the corner. Good whiff punish. Good spacing. Gets that unclashable damage. Oh, but here we go. Jumping right over the projectile. Holding Davy Jones' locker in the corner. That hitbox was strange, but it's all good in gravy. Both players with clash on deck. 2 bars a meter. What's next? Goes for the forward 3. Goes for the sweep. Trait. Blocks the low. Good blocks. Gets the down 2 into a combo. Here comes the pop-up. Restand. Gets the raw low. Who is this man? Tries to go for the overhead. Doesn't get it, but good backdash avoiding the forward 2. Breath. Air to air. Back 3. Here comes the... Oh, wait. Actually, Deoxys is at the meter deficit. This is a very rare occurrence. But here we go. Tweety is going to be able to gain 15% life if he wants to just completely bet it all. Does. Both players down to their bare bones in meter. Deoxys still has clash. What's going to happen here, folks? Gets clipped on the way down. There we go. He has a bar a meter. And ladies and gentlemen, we going right back to 0, baby, because that is a reset. Both players and losers now. Both players going to have to recalibrate their game plan. Going to have to definitely think about how they're going to want to mix it up. Some good stuff right there. Superman and Blue Beetle going to take this thing to the wire. I got to say, there's some really good whiff punishing going on here. Whether it's intentional or whether it was just so happened they pushed the button, they probably will never tell me. But that doesn't matter. Because we in there. Game 1 of the reset grand finals. Tweety's like, look, man, you got your 3. Look, bro, I'm about to give you the 3-piece in the corner. Here we go. You're not getting out of jail for free, but he finally gets out. Deoxys, what you gonna do? Deoxys throwing out that plasma. Probably trying to bait something. Maybe meter burn roll in. We've seen he's no stranger of meter burn roll before, but gets that down to anti-air. Gets that pop-up. Still has that meter advantage. Drops the combo. But gets the cross-up. Here we go. big damage, cashing out all of the meter. And Tweety returning serve, getting rid of all of his meter as well with the air tech, making sure that he doesn't deal with the full combo, keeping everything resources on pretty much equivalent, life equivalent. 4-2-3 traded breath. Both characters just trying to chuck that plasma. Here comes that sweep. Tries to go for the cross up. But there you go. When in doubt, just throw the interactable out, man. Here we go with that sweep. Breaks the armor. And we are in the corner. Float combos. Are we going to get a restand? Yes, we are. Here we go. But the down two. But he goes for rising grab, which did not pay off any dividends. We might see the double forward 3 here. I don't know if Tweety's going to clash. He's opened up. And Tweety's just like, take it. You got it. You got this one. And Deoxys will be happy to oblige. Deoxys taking that 1-0 lead in the reset grand finals. Oh. Hello? Hello? Oh, he had to take care of something? Okay. When you say take care of something, do you mean like he ain't coming back, like something's really, like he really has to go do something? Or, man, all right, we'll spot you to 10. I'm gonna spot you to 10. We'll spot you 10 minutes. If you're not back, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We'll give you the 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back finally with that Game 2 Reset Grand Finals. Deoxys taking 1-0 lead. Tweety coming back, seeing if he can take out his frustrations on that early loss. See if he can find the old equalizer, make this thing 1-1. Or is Deoxys going to try to make that nice, confirmable 2-0 lead? Let's see. Traded up Superman. Nobody wants to deal with that. Good blocks on Scoop. Forward 2 breath. Blocks the sweep. Superman still has 2 bars of meter, so you already know this could be big boy damage. But he drops the combo. He stops it short. Just goes for the throw. Goes for another throw. Trading on them projectiles. Comes in, forward 2 throw. This is. Are you sure we're not watching MKX right now? Because I'm looking at all these throws right now. Well, I'm feeling a little MKX right now. But here we go. Trying to get that chip out. But here we go. Going right over the laser. But dropping the combo. And getting down 2 for the trouble. Alright, looks like Tweety done shook the cobwebs off. Able to get that trait in the throw. Having a 160 damage throw is no joke when you're traded up like that. And is able to get the meter burn, but not the damage from it because of the trade. Here we go, meter burn. Keeps the combo pretty simple. Goes in for another throw. You sure this man didn't walk away and like stare himself in the mirror and say, I'm gonna throw him, and I'm gonna keep throwing him, and I'm gonna keep throwing him, and I'm gonna keep throwing him? Because that's what it looks like right here. Goes for the scoop, rising grab, but there was no punish. Rolls in, gets the chip. Deoxys really doesn't want to get hit by anything at this juncture because we all know that could be nighty-night and all she wrote for this game. Just jumping in. Here comes that clash. Now, I don't think Deoxys is going to spend any meter. I think he's just going to let it rock. Yep. Going to see if he can weather the storm. Get in there. Beta button. Beta missed input. But not if you're going to stay on the ground. You're going to eat those lasers and that chip every time.
Superman wins.
And just like that, it is now 1-1. Now, going into Game 3, all I got to say is that there was a lot of throws in Game 2. So,
Superman.
if Deoxys can just get a 50% throw reject rate, we're talking about a completely different match here. But we're going to see how the meta evolves as we jump into Game 3.
Blue Beetle.
These players having about 7 games already to come out
Fighters approaching contact.
and learn about each other's character and playstyle. Getting a little bit more comfortable with each other.
Begin.
Oh, good air-to-air trade. Expected the jump, a good delayed wake up. But he tries to go for raw background bounce, but you can't just be doing that. But we're getting some drop combos right here. See, there goes that throw reject. Good throw break. Good blocks. Deoxys is doing a good job making sure that he's controlling multiple zones of the screen. Covering his bases. Good meter burn blast. Gets the restand. Gets the chip. Not necessarily a perfect, but that's pretty good. That's pretty surmountable, decisive first health bar. Just straight up goes for it. Knew that he was coming down. Can't block in the air. Meter burn interactables, always saving the day. 1 bar at a time. Here we go. Forward 2-3. Here we go. Traded up Superman. Blue Beetle with back towards the corner. Last place you want to be against Superman, because if you get hit with a forward 2-3, you get the double 3 combos. But right here, we got a little side switch. Now, this will not be enough to kill. It will do a pretty nice chunk of damage, 420. And there we go, a little bit of chip. Making this a little bit closer. But here we go, forward 2-3. Deoxys sitting on a full stick of butter, so you already know he's got enough clash to just straight up completely get all of his health back.
Stop pleading and fight.
He can get 30% or 25%. It's all up to him. Spends the 2 bars, knowing Tweety has no meter. Gets 25% back, still maintains a meter advantage. However, Tweety does have clash. But he's only going to be able to tie in terms of meter.
I'd rather do this.
So there will be no health back. Tweety's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. And against a character that can have all this mobility, good air projectiles, ground projectiles, it's going to be tough.
Blue Beetle wins.
All right, now we've seen this before. Deoxys is now sitting on tournament point. Tweety's back against the wall. Is he going to have that Superman rise to the occasion, win 2 straight?
Superman. Blue Beetle.
Or is Deoxys going to tell him that he's not going to pass and you should have stayed gone from your intermission? We are about to find out, folks.
Begin.
I expect Tweety to play a little bit less reserved and a little bit more wild when he gets in close, but I've been wrong before. Here we go. Deoxys making those big swings. Gets the anti-air. Into the corner. Floats into sweep. Delayed wake up, avoiding the overhead. Good blocks. Wow, changed his trajectory with a little bit of a float. That pause being just enough to make the anti-air attempt whiffed. Putting Tweety back in the corner. Getting a restand, eliminating the possibility for a wake up. Goes for a cross-up, put himself in the corner, but he's got such a substantial life lead. The throw is not only going to take the first round, but is going to waste enough of Superman's trait timer to where he's not popping armor anymore. However, Superman does have 3 bars. Here we go. Goes for the scoop, gets punished with the down 2. Combo dropped. Here we go. Down 2 of his own. Return and serve. Tweety putting pressure into the corner. Traits up. Breath. This might be enough to kill. Spends 2 bars, and it's just enough.
Nothing more than a nuisance.
All right, here we go. Chucking that plasma. Trying to clip Superman's feet on the way down. Meter burn rolls in. Floats away. Superman trying to give chase. Traits up. Gets anti-aired. Now, yeah, Tweety had the clash.
Admit your defeat. You are seriously old school.
Now, if he spends all 3 bars, he'll have no meter. He only spends 2. Doesn't want any life back. Deoxys still has clash available, and he builds meter impeccably fast. Here we go, into the corner. Chip is a factor. And Blue Beetle, here's your UGL 3.3 PS4 online champion. Resetting the bracket, clawing back from losers, making sure that he showed that Blue Beetle is more than a hand of tricks and gimmicks. That he's all 100% real. Deoxys with the good stuff. But yeah, them with punishes and that AA was godly. You just gonna come in here with the slow cap?
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully you liked what you saw.
No, good games all around. You know, like you said, coming back from losers, resetting the bracket, taking it home, the uncalled intermission. It was great.
Yep, Deoxys just took grand finals, reset the bracket. So, you know, good stuff to all the players that came out tonight. Good stuff to the NRS community for coming into the stream, chilling, hanging out for a little bit. Dark King, I believe, is writing you guys all up for your PayPal so he can pay you the proper funds. Unless he already sent it to you, then you can write him up.
Yeah. So top 3. Put your PayPal's here. You can DM it to us on Twitter or where it makes you more comfortable, and pay you as soon as you get them.
So yeah, you know, congrats to Deoxys and Tweety and everybody out here that made the event work. Really do appreciate you guys. We can't do it without you guys, obviously. So, you know, give yourselves the pat on the back. It was definitely nice meeting a lot of new faces out there, like Eddie Metal. Shout outs to you. I mean, let's be honest, there's some people who forgot who I was, like Splash. It's okay, though. It's all right. We can hug that one out.
You know, we like hit 100 people, and it's like, damn.
What's going on, Platinum Raid? We appreciate you and what you offered to the table, my fam. Yeah, we also appreciate all the followers. We appreciate, like, everybody that was here, people on Twitter. Trust me, if you were here and you were just part of this just for a little bit, we appreciate you, no matter how small a role. That being said, top 3, you guys will be taken care of. Just hit up the UGL Esports Twitter. Go ahead and follow all of that stuff. I'm here. Game is better. Let's not forget it. Shout outs to Mansweat.
Shouts to Old Spice.
The top 3, just just go on Twitter, enter your PayPal, send a DM to UGL Esports. Caught us right here. Dude talking right now.
That's me.
We'll go ahead and write you all up, get you your money.
Yeah, the split's 30, 20, 10. So yeah, make sure you get me your PayPal so you can get your money. Unless you don't want money.
And he will pay you tonight. You guys don't have to wait for Monday and Tuesday and all that other stuff.
I don't gotta write you the check. PayPal you immediately.
So yeah. We will catch you guys next time we run an event. Make sure you follow the stream, follow the Twitter, and you guys will be the first to know when we go live again. Till next time. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yep, all our links are under the stream window. You tweet us here, UGL_esports. You got staff Twitters. You got our YouTube channel. You got our website, which is finally up, by the way. You should check it out.
But yeah, until next time, guys, y'all be safe. Have a good Merry Christmas, and we will see you all in 2018. Be safe out there, kids. Man sweat.